What do you mean that you don't eat ass?
We have some asks. Let's do those. Let's do some asks. Hi. We're gonna do some asks. Okay. So, first one. Darkest Day 828. Wrong one. Anonymous.
I mean, we could do that one
We
just
could do
because
this
you
one.
already,
Never mind.
you're...
We already started. Darkest Day 828. Dirk and Jake. I just wanted to know what you guys feel about Poke Stuck and who your
I
favorite.
think it's Poke Stuck.
Like
Pokemon?
Poke Stuck. Yeah, Poke Stuck. Yeah, that makes
Poker.
Pokemon. And who are your favorite Pokemon? So it is Poke Stuck. Pokemon.
As I said.
Slash who would be on your
Because
team.
I read ahead before I...
Also, you guys are awesome and also always make my day. Thank you. But I don't know what Pokestuck is.
Do you know what Pokemon is?
I know what Pokemon is.
Alright.
But
I don't know what
Pokestuck
Pokestuck is. So I would assume...
What?
There's some sort of poker involved. Just kidding. I don't know.
Probably some poker, some gambling.
Do you think
It's fun,
maybe
family
they
friendly.
mean if you
There's
guys
Pokemon.
had Pokemon,
Yeah, something
how
like
do
that.
you feel about that? And I'd say that'd be
Love to have
great
Pokemon.
because I've always wanted a Bulbasaur.
There's a cat.
So what Pokemon did you want?
Chestnut.
What's that?
Chespin. It starts at Chespin, then it goes to the second one, then it goes to Chestnut.
What is...
I don't know.
Does it
the
look
ones,
like?
but it's like
Did you
a
have
big. It's like a big bear mixed with the Juggernaut from X-Men, and it's great.
Oh, I think I know.
It's like the tank thing with the spikes
Didn't you
on
want
its
an
back.
Eevee though?
I do want an Eevee as well. Eevee.
You could have more than one, I suppose, because...
Yeah, it says who
Yeah.
would be on your team? Eevee, Chestnut, more Eevees that would evolve, preferably into Jolteon or Leafeon or some. Next question. Dirk, what is it like to be awesome? To be so awesome? From Anonymous. We'll start with that.
It's just how I live every day. I don't know, I'm used to it, I guess. I've been acclimated to the coolness. Yeah, it kind of comes with the whole just being rad as fuck thing. I don't
Sure.
know. Genetics.
Also, Jake, do you like the Tinkables the best? Did you like the Tinkables the best or not? If not, please tell me your favorite, please. I hope I got this in on time for the Dirk and Jake questions.
You did. Good
We
job.
were procrastinating anyways. It's
Yep.
okay.
We probably took a year to answer the questions that we had, so...
Yep.
What are your opinions on Tinkables?
Well, there was one Tinkable in particular that I liked. I named him Jude Law. He was adorable. Not as good looking as Jude Law, but adorable.
The actor?
Yes. No, the Law. Jude Law.
Jude
The
Law.
called-
Probably the most beautiful man who's ever lived. Other than
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
Or my other self. Beta me.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
Beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. That wraps up that question.
Okay, so I guess the next question. What are your opinions on all of the trolls, or at least the ones you know about?
It's by Anonymous.
All of the trolls I've ever met in my life have tried to kill me. I don't really have an opinion other than I don't like that attitude.
I beat the shit out of Mina. I don't really want to talk about that instance. And Arania emotionally abused me. Don't want to talk about that either. Next question. Wolfie the Jinx said, I have a question for Dirk. What's it like dating Jake? Only asking because you're so laid back and calm and he's off the wall kid sugar high. Lol.
Earlier, someone told him that he had 36 gears for his face because his face was in gear. And there it goes. Look at it. I don't.
Not sure
So
what
if
this
you want to
is.
know what dating Jake is like, I have to make sure I go to bed by 10 p.m. Otherwise, I don't get 6 hours of sleep.
You stay up late.
Sure. I think I go to bed actually at a decent time. Because if I don't go to bed at 10, I don't get 6 hours of sleep. Because this one rolls over at 4 a.m. Dirk, do you want to go hiking?
Is it my voice? Wait,
That was your voice.
do you not like the morning hikes?
I just wish they weren't at 4 a.m.
Well, we need to see the sunset. The sun. You okay?
I mean, we do go hiking for a long time, but I didn't think we hiked far enough to see
I meant
the
sunrise.
sunrise
I meant
and the
sunrise and you know
sunset.
it. I meant sunrise and you know it.
I know, but it just... Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so hikes at 4 a.m. to see the sunrise at 7:30, and
Need to climb to the top
go
of the mountain.
the mountain that we don't have
Stop.
anywhere near where we live. There are no mountains where we live.
That's why we get up at 4:30. It takes 3 hours to get to the top of a mountain if it's not near us. And jeez, that'd be ridiculous. You can't just like see a sunset on a normal plane. It's boring. You have to go to the mountain.
I mean, we could just climb
at
to
least a
the
large
top of
hill.
the parking ramp downtown, but you just...
What's the fun in that? You have to go to a hike. It's adventurous. It's fun. Get good exercise. Get some sun. Well, some night.
there,
But you get
There-
some sun afterwards. The sun that you get from
I
climbing
think
on a
as soon as the sun
mountainside.
comes up, you go back inside.
No, I don't. Not always.
I mean, have you seen yourself
I-
lately? I don't think.
my vision isn't that great.
True. You should probably get your eyes checked.
I should get my eyes checked. Regardless. Yeah,
Next question. Soul Eater Fairy Girl said, I wanted to ask a question. Well, here you go. Do you guys try to train each other in weapons and fighting? And it's like both ways. Dirk teach Jake swords and Jake teach Dirk guns and wrestling. And by the way, you were so fabulous. I know, I get cat hair in my mouth occasionally, and that's just
Very interesting.
perfect. So Jake, you want to go ahead and start that story?
Both times, I got very injured. I almost got my finger cut off. This one. And also, I got my foot shot. I got shot in the foot.
Okay.
I got shot in the foot and I got cut in the hand. Because apparently...
Safety was not
apparently-
applied to this person.
Okay, you
This person
gave
didn't
me a
practice the
sword.
safety.
You gave me a
Alright,
sword
and
and
when you
started
take a sword,
swinging
you
at
put it
me.
in your hand, and that's all you need to know.
Yes,
That's basically
I
all
had
you
it in
need
my
to know
hand,
for
and I was
swords.
like, okay, but how do we do sword training? And then you just start slashing. You don't just start slashing at somebody. You don't just go.
I guess
It's
when
ridiculous.
the first time someone put a sword in my hand, I just knew.
You don't just know how to use a sword. Unless it's like genetic, but then there's no point in training. You can't just be like, oh hey, you have no genetic idea how to use a sword, and so here's a
Do you
sword,
know what?
and I'm gonna start cutting you.
I guess I just
It's ridiculous.
thought
It's ridiculous.
maybe you needed to warm up a little bit before it came to you.
The loss of blood was a little bit less than one.
And by the
Mm,
way,
cool.
I didn't try to shoot him in the foot.
You,
I was pointing the gun away from him,
Or
but
at
he
my
still
foot.
managed to get in the way, and he was trying to teach me how wrong my stance was, but I was saying, Jake, you need to get out of the way so I can actually aim at the target. I can't raise the gun unless you get out of my
I
way.
was trying to fix your stance. It was terrible.
You were the one who taught me how to stand that way.
I was trying to teach you better.
I didn't know if there
trying
was
to
any
make
way
it-
I could improve.
Probably, since you shot me in the foot.
You just had to get out of the way.
It's not how guns
Yeah,
work.
yeah, that's
You
actually
can't
how it
just
works.
get out
You
of
have
the
to
way.
get out of the
You
way.
can't- Not
'Cause
after the
it's not like
turkey
I'm going to
spot,
shoot
can't-
you unless you're in front of me.
Okay. Whatever. They both failed, except for the wrestling. The wrestling worked out pretty well. It ended fun.
What?
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 What? Anonymous said, so we could ask some Dirk Jake questions. Here you go. So, Dirky, what do you think of Casey? And Jakey, do you know Janie feels for you? And Dirky Jakey, what do you do in your free time, wink wonk?
Casey is the best niece I could have ever asked for. She doesn't really bother me. She's always adorable. I don't know what else. I don't know how to talk about something like that. She's just perfect. And she's a salamander, so that gives her like 500 extra cool points.
It's true, it does.
Yeah, she's almost as cool as me, but not quite.
She's close.
Very close though. I would have to say. Very, very close. So what do you think about Jane's feelings and not having priorly known about them?
I learned about them pretty late on, and then it was all like, and I was all like, and then everyone was like, and I was like, and things were just happening, and just things, and it was just like this and that, and all the jibbly jobbly wibbly wobbly feelings happening all over the place with the just.
It didn't go very well. He didn't take it very well.
It didn't go well at all.
He wasn't expecting it.
Didn't like that.
Sorry.
It was weird.
What do we do in our free time? Dragon Age just came out.
Dragon Age. It did. You fucking. It did.
You just.
It did.
Why don't you come here instead of on the table, okay?
Colby.
Come here.
You're a cat.
Come here.
We deal with this.
We also have this cat that just lives here. It's not ours.
It's not
It's
ours
just-
at all.
it's here.
Just here.
That's great. Is there
That's
any
it.
other,
That's it.
Is there any other question?
Yeah.
I think there was one more.
No, there are two more.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
That one.
Okay. Sadistic Lupus 2409 said, hello. I would first off like to say that you guys make my day. Also, Dave and John, you are adorable. We'll let them know. Anywho, my question is for Jake. Have you ever taken Dirk on an adventure where something has gone wrong? If so, what happened? Also, Dirk, may I borrow Jake from you? No. Okay, maybe like an hour.
No.
I have to do like this whole like check-in thing, but
Yeah, there's like.
background checks. I'm sure it'll be okay. Anyway, we went spelunking once apparently.
We did. So we were spelunking in a very deep, dark cave.
You know,
Oh,
caves that are usually dark and
Yeah.
moist.
We had like all our proper spelunking gear. Everything was tip-top shape. It was fine and dandy and grand. And I was using the torch to light the way in front of us because it was so dark.
The flashlight, just so you know.
The torch, whatever, and
Didn't want to get like the misconception that you had like the human torch or something.
well, of course I had the human torch. That's how I light my ways in caves. That's the correct word to say it. So I was using the human torch, and you know how there's always a cone in front of the human torch to light the way that way. And I was pointing it forward, and I wasn't being as responsible as I should have, and I wasn't aiming at my feet to see where I was going
You
as
know,
well.
like the place where you probably want to have a
I
torch.
was
So
kind of
or
like looking
you
to
can,
the side and things.
see shit.
And,
And walking because your feet touch the ground.
Yep, that's something that happened. And
Because we don't float in dark.
we don't float in the dark, unless it's a video game. You try to look down,
True.
no feet. It's true. But so we were walking, and then I took a misstep down a slope area slide thing, and it was like vertical slant downwards, and so I started slipping, and I fell. And as I was falling, I was like grabbing out to grab Dirk's
Grabbed
hand,
my leg.
and I grabbed his leg.
You wanted to get my hand.
I was aiming for the
completely
hand.
missed.
I was falling very fast. I was on my ass in seconds flat. And I grabbed his leg and I fell down. and
then we just kept going.
slid.
Just
We
kept
slid
going.
down. It was like a water slide of rocks, of painful, sharp, agonizing rocks, of pain, and we slid down.
Yeah.
And we slid down, and we got to a little underwater lake, and it had like a hole in it, so there was light coming through. Like it was a little deep cavern. I haven't seen it before because it was new land to me. It was just an underwater lake, and we could see enough, so we didn't need a torch anymore, which is good because I lost that in there. But it was very cold, very wet lake. It sucked. It went terribly wrong.
It was very cold.
Very cold. We did get out sooner or later though.
How did we get out?
I don't know.